last summer I taught my son Benjamin how to use the lawnmower and to do the lawn. And I wanted to instill in him that this lawnmower can like chop off your fingers, you know, like chop off your toes, like chop off your brother's toes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something you've got to really respect. So I gave him an article about people that actually had lost fingers and toes in lawnmowers to try to instill that in him. And then I took him out and showed him the machine and tried to instill a healthy fear in this kid about this lawnmower. And it really worked. At first, for the first several times he got the lawn, he was doing great. He would, make sure everyone was away from him. He was real careful about what he was running over. I mean, he handled the lawnmower with very great, respect. Then I noticed as the summer wore on, he continued to cut the lawn. One day I'm looking out the window, there's his little brother standing like 6 inches from the lawnmower with bare feet. I come running out of the house like, what is the problem? And clearly Ben had become so familiar with the lawnmower, that he had lost his respect for it. He'd gotten so used to running it that he basically thought, oh, this is no big deal, and he's just starting to get careless with it. I think this is a pattern in life, if you think about it. When we first learn to swim, it's like really woo, and we're all careful, and then when we start swimming more, it's like, whatever. When we first learn to go whitewater rafting, the same thing I've noticed there, people are all tense and really careful the first time, and then it's like, yeah, it's just a river, we'll just go down the river. What is it about us when we become familiar with something, we lose our respect for it? I've noticed that the same thing may be true of Christians and God. We're so buddy-buddy with God now. We're so familiar with Him. He's just our little friend and, all that stuff that we've almost become so familiar with Him that we've lost our respect for Him, our reverence for Him. The Bible says we're supposed to fear the Lord. Do you fear the Lord? When you are around God or when you think about God, does it make you go, whoa? Woe is me? Is there a healthy respect for God in your soul deep down inside of you? Or is he just kind of like, I've been around him for a while, it's no big deal. He's just my little buddy, I just hang out with him. He's just, he's just God. Maybe we need to reinstill in our churches, in our lives, in just the world, a fear for God. I mean, how would that change? How would that change the way we live? If we really feared God, maybe we would actually live differently. Just a thought.